Hi everyone, today I'm working on a Renault Clio. It is a 2010 model and customer concern is, as you can see, check ABS. We've got ABS light on, we've got the spanner key light on, and obviously the message showing there check ABS. So I hook it on my scanner. Alright, so scanner, let's go Renault 2010. It's an automatic ID. Okay, so we got the V number out, that's good. And let's do a full code scan, pre-scan. Right, so we've got on the ABS, we've got the front right hand wheel speed sensor circuit. Full code DF026. And that's all we've got, so that's good. Alright, let's go into the ABS unit. Okay, and let's see the full code again. There we go. Front right hand wheel speed sensor circuit. So the circuit seems to have a fault, so it could be a sensor fault most likely, but we need to prove that. Before buying anything else, we want to prove it. So let's go to the data and let's confirm that that wheel, it actually doesn't send any kind of signal. So we got speed front left, so let's do a custom list. Let's deselect all and let's select this one, this one, this one, and this one. So these are my 4 wheels. Let's do a list view. Let's put them on the graph mode because it will be much more nicer to see than actually. Right, I'm gonna move the car forward now and let's see what we are reading. Okay, so let's see, let's put a stop here. So we've accelerated, so we got the left hand wheel working, right hand of the rear working, front left hand working. So right hand wheel speed doesn't send any kind of signal. So now that we know what we are dealing with, we know for sure that wheel doesn't send any kind of signal. So at this point I want to try something else, so I'm gonna put ignition on only. Let's go out of here. Let's clear the code. Okay, so I'm gonna take ignition off for now. I'm gonna wait about 10 seconds just to let the ECU shut down. And what I would expect now, if it would be a circuit problem, like an open circuit, I would expect the fault to come back on as soon as I'm gonna put ignition on, because the ECU will always check each sensor on an ignition on, and if there's any one of them open, it will throw a fault straight away. So I put ignition on now. Let's read the codes. As you can see, I've got no lights on the dash now. The ECU doesn't see any kind of fault, so that tells me that the wiring all the way to the sensor are okay. There's no open circuit in them. That's the only thing I can confirm. There might be a high resistance, there might be a faulty sensor, might be a faulty reluctor ring, but at this point I can't prove anything. This one is just stuck on, so let's do this again. Let's go back to the ABS unit and see if we got any kind of fault stored or pending or anything like that. So let's go straight to anti-lock brakes, continue, codes. We got no codes present. Yeah, so now we're gonna have to take the wheel off on the right hand side, and we're gonna have to actually have a visual inspection of the sensor, reluctor ring, and let's see what we can find wrong there. Okay, so now the wheel is off, so let's have a quick visual inspection. Let's put a flash on. Oh, so the sensor is out of its slot here. That's all it is. That's an easy fix. But this little grab hook here is a bit loose, so I'm gonna have to press it a bit in, make sure it's nice and stiff. Let's push that all the way in. Alright, so we need to clean that a bit. That's better. And right, let's get back here. So what I want to try now, I want to see if this sensor is working properly. That seems to be damaged. It all seems to be looking alright. I'm gonna take a little magnet, because this does not have a magnet inside, because if it would be sticking on this one, it doesn't. And we're gonna watch the signals on the live data. Alright, so I got some magnets here. I'm gonna use only the tip of this, and I'm just gonna pass back and forward in front of this area here, and I would expect on the screen there to see movement. You can see my sensor is actually sending the signals. If I can be fast enough, I can actually create a constant speed. Alright, so as you can see, the sensor itself, it does send the signals. So at this point, all we've got left is to check is the reluctor ring. And fortunately, this model, the reluctor ring, it is part of the bearing. But for now, sometimes the air gap can be the cause. If the air gap is too big, it can also cause, because these are still magnetic. I can feel them on the screwdriver, they are still magnetic, so they should not cause any kind of issue. So let's try to put that in there, and let's spin the wheel. Oh, there we go. So, air gap issue. The only problem is, what I cannot check is if all the poles on the magnetic reluctor ring are intact, unless I'm gonna take the bearing off. So the only way to test is to try to close that air gap so it doesn't touch the sensor. So you can maybe blow with air a bit, take all the dust out of there. So and then put it all back together and just go on a bit of a road test and watch live data and see if you have a steady signal. If it doesn't have, I'm gonna have to take the wheel bearing off. So for now, let's take the airline and let's just blow all the dust out of there and any other metal particles. I don't see any more dust on it, but there's no visible damage of the layer, so it might have been just a simple air gap issue here, which I'm gonna try to adjust just a little bit and make the sensor stay in its rightful place. Right, so let's feed the sensor and let's see again on the diagnostic machine if you got a good signal. Alright, let's plug in this one. Okay, nice clip in. Let's have a look. Let's see if we can get every little. So I should be able to get the continuous line, no dropouts on live data. Some as soon as I'm spinning, trying to spin as constant as possible. I'm not dropping out to 0, so that's good, as I'm not stopping. Go faster a bit. I'm doing 7 miles per hour, oh my god. Right, let's put the wheel and let's use the wheel as a leverage, because by hand it's a bit too difficult way, and see if we can get a much more cleaner view. But I think it might actually work. Just a bit of cleaning, no parts replaced. Happy with that. So let's put the wheel and see if we can get a better view. Okay, got the wheel on. Let's have a look now. So you can have a better view of this. This one. And let's go constantly as much as we can. Yeah, I think that'll do the trick. So let's take the car off the stand. Let's put all the wheels back on, let's torque them to the right settings, and then let's go a little road test and see if we can have equal signal on all 4 wheels. Right, so we're back in the car now. I've got everything torqued down to the right settings, wheels, made sure that the sensor is gonna sit properly in its slot, it's not gonna come out anymore. I've got those lights flashing on dash, obviously because I'm connecting my diagnostic machine, so don't worry about that. Now I would go here. It's my front wheels. Since I can't film and drive, I'm just gonna record this session and then I'm gonna play it back to you for a couple of seconds so you can see exactly how it went. So be back in a second. Okay, so we just did a quick about a mile and a half road test. We've got no lights on dash, they're all nice as they should be. And now let me go back a bit so I can show you how it went. You can see there both wheels, you can see they're almost as they should be. And let me go here. See, it's all indicated same speed, no dropouts. So I got maximum speed 41, 42. It's just a bit of a difference. Probably do it a little cornering, and again you can see they're all similar. Right. All we did basically was just remade that clamp to hold the sensor in place, blow all the dust and whatever's been gathered on those little magnets, put it all back together, and happy days. We've got a working ABS, we've got no money spent on parts, so I think customer will be very happy with that. Right guys, thank you very much for watching this video. I found it useful and I will see you on my next video.